Hello, welcome back to my channel. So in the last video I showed you how I do my DIY washies, and for this one, and in that video I stated that I was going to show you one of the ways that I use my DIY washies, but it's with a technique as well. On this page, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut part of it off and I'm going to put it back on, and I'm going to show you how I do that. So one thing to be mindful of also is you can do it on what I would consider a single page. You could do it either which way, but I tend to always do it on when there's a double page here and a double page here. What you're going to do is you're going to take a journaling block, a ruler, whatever, or you can even freehand it if you want to, and you're just going to pick a section that you want to cut off per se, and let's see, take your cutting mat, stick it underneath, which even if you don't have a cutting mat, you could always draw, put your block down and draw what you want out, and then take your scissors and cut it out. But this way is just a bit easier for me. So I'm going to, actually I think I'm going to draw it first. That might make it even more easier. I kind of want it to be mostly even. Probably about there. I got my little inky dinky pencil. This is a black wing that I've had forever. Draw that out like so. Move your block. Take whatever knife you got, or even, like I said, the scissors, and cut it out. I'll turn my book to make it a little bit easier for me. Cut right along the line that you just drew. Like that. And you now have this. Okay, remove your block because you're done with that. And put your knife back up. Now, you can either keep this page like this and use this in a later page, just put it on the same way I'm going to show you. But for this technique, this is what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to put it right back where it was. However, there will be like a little bit of a gap because of the way that I adhere this page to this. So this is where the washi sheets or the washi tapes come in. And I am going to take, slide that up there for one moment. Which washi do I want to use? Let me see. Let's go for, you kind of want it to be a wider one. For this side, so, no, actually, no, I'll just grab whatever one. We're going to go for this middle one here. Take your washi, lay it down, take your piece that you've just cut off, like so. And what you're going to do is halfway up the washi this way, you're going to put it on. Oh, but first, because washi tape is not a very good adhering tape, I'm going to take some of my handy dandy glue stick, and I am going to just run it down one side about the length that I need. That just, for me, in my mind, it gives me the extra security. So take it, lay it halfway up, like so, press it on. Take my glue, run it down the other side. And this is where I'm actually going to grab my scissors really quick and snip the ends a little bit. Put that back on there. Okay, I have to add a little bit more glue. So this is where I'm going to adhere it to the next page. I'm going to lay it, try to even it up, but I'm going to pull it a little bit off. And I'll pull it up there and show you. So instead of buttoning this page right up next to this page, in order for it to be able to close properly, you want to leave a little bit of a gap in between. Alright, you're going to take another piece of washi, and I think for this one I'm going to use a, well, I could use, let me see, do I want to use one or the blue as well? Oh, I think I'll use the blue as well. Okay, put that back over there. This one is the same process. Grab you another washi sheet or tape. Slide it up there for a moment. And I'm just going to actually run it, my glue stick, right down both sides a little bit. Turn my book so it's easier for me. Take my washi and lay it right on top where half of it's going over both sides. Like so. Grab my scissors and trim the ends. There and here. And I don't throw these ends away because you never know where you can use them. I mean, that's a pretty good size piece of tape. Alright, give it a good press, and then I'm going to fold it over. And it's just like that. So, and someone may say, well, why did you do that? Well, because I wanted the uniqueness. This page is going to be one day, and as opposed to the next day being here, it's actually going to be inside of here. This will be the next day. Now, what I do is to give this some more definition. I'm going to take my black paint pen, and I am just going to, let's do a running stitch. Right here. Excuse me. Do it down the other side. On this side of the page. Now, if I was not going to add borders or anything else on, I would do it all the way around the page. But because I'm adding more to it, I'm not going to. So, just like that. Running stitch down both sides. Now, I figure since I've got that, and you know how I am about where on one side of my page, I want to make the other side coordinate or match or whatnot. So I'm just going to take me another strip of my washi that I made, and I'm just going to run it down this side of the page. Just like so. And I'll cut those ends off as well. there and right here. Okay. There's that. So I figured that since I was showing you this particular technique, I'll go ahead and decorate the page with you. But what I did do ahead of time was I went ahead and colored the components that I wanted to use. And obviously these are from my border pages. I'm going to use those in here. So because they're going to go across the bottom and the top, I'm just going to go ahead and fold them in half and cut them. That one and that one. Okay. And just for right now, I'm going to take my clip and hold that in place, if it will. Maybe I'll do it this way actually. There we go. Grab my craft pick, peel off all of my double-sided tape that I've already put on, just to make the video go just a little bit faster, excuse me, if I can, because they've been kind of long and I don't know. I think if somebody sees that here it's a 30-minute video or whatnot, they'll still use the excuse that they don't have the time to do it. When in reality, it's actually pretty quick. I just try to explain the different things that I'm doing. If I was just doing it for myself without explaining, it would be much faster, I should say. Okay. As always, when I'm adding collaging or anything to my books, I do use double-sided tape as well as the Dylusions Creative Diary glue stick. Set that aside and go ahead and we'll do the bottom first. Put this across here. Put it as close to the edge as you can without going over. Oh, these are getting stuck to me. Without going over the middle there, at least. And this one here, decided it was going to get stuck. Nice. Same thing, except on this one, there is going to be a bit of a thing that we have to do over here. From there to all the way over to the edge. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate the two pages down here. Just take my scissors and snip it right in between, like so. That's the easiest and fastest way to do that, because if you try to do it by measuring, it doesn't always work out properly. Okay. Same thing, put the glue stick on. I don't remember which way this one goes, like this. So this one goes over here. Put it up here. I should probably turn my book around and make it easier for me, but it's okay. Right there. Same thing on this one. A lot of it is just repetition, the process, and it does get quicker as you go along. Lay that down, and for this one, because it is a different size, I'm just going to stop it there, leave that side off, turn my book around, going to trim it right along there, bring it right back up here where it was, and put it right up to that edge, like so. just like that. All right. Give them all a really good press. Now, put my thing back on. And here is the layout that I wanted. Let me see. These images here, and then there's these two hats, are from, let's see, Night at the Opera from the Dylusions set, and then the man is from A Day at the Races in the hat, and then this little cup here is from Fancy a Cuppa. These are all Dylusions, which, as you can tell, that's usually what I use in my journals. So I wanted her to be over here, and she's going to be underneath him, so I'm going to go ahead and lay her out. And I did stick to a Kohl's color theme for all of it, even the images. But what I did is I went in, oh, that got glue in it. And instead of cutting right along the lines, I left a bit of a border because that will help them stand out as well. Put her right there. Give it a good press. Maybe put on her little hat as well. I love these images. Actually, I don't think there's really anything from the Dylusions line that I do not absolutely love, and I think that's why I use it so much, is because I do. I adore it all. Our hat's gonna go right here, like that. Okay, and this young lady is going to be underneath. However, as you can tell, it's going to go over a bit. So I'm just going to take and I'm just going to snip right along that line that I just created, because all I did was folded up my book. Okay. Take double-sided tape off and do it all over again. Gluing. Alright, and for this, oh, there is no glue on that edge. Whew. I'm just going to butt that right up to the center there, as good as I can. And I know I got glue on those legs. I don't know why they're not sticking down, but I'll just do that. There we go. Give it a good press. To the other side of her skirt. Oh goodness. Because I'm not certain, even though he's going to be right in the middle here, I'm not certain how much of this is going to be shown. But I still want it to be there. Put that on the other side of your center line there. Put her little hat on. hat. And then let's do him. This page, like these images, will not have really anything to do with whatever I write on this. I just wanted to do them. I wanted to put them on there. So I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. Because they don't always have to mimic what you're putting in there. It's all for fun anyways. All right. On there, right there, and all I did was I made sure their feet went to the very top of that bottom border there. Give it a good press in, because I want to make sure he stays in there. And the last thing will be his hat. Now by doing it like this, you don't have a whole lot of room, so if you were gonna, like, you know, if you had a whole lot to say in your journal that day, you don't have a whole lot of room. But what I usually do in my journals anyways is I give like a short snippet of the day, or a snippet of, if I put an image on, it just, you know, if you, especially if you have a picture of real life or whatnot, those are worth 1,000 words anyways. Alright, and then I thought with this little cup, even though it's random, whatnot, I wanted it to go over here. And what I would probably do is, if I was going to write anything here, I would write it over here. Like, run it across there. So I'm going to put this cup on. And I'm going to take a paper towel and wipe everything down as best as I can to make sure the glue's dry. I'll outline everything, and that's pretty much it. It is super simple, super quick, and I will show you how that page works as far as the flap. That's what I call them, at least. Like I said, you could just, well, I'll show you once I get this on. I'll explain it a little bit better, I guess. Alright, right there. My mess. Clean up this mess really quick because it's going to bother me if it's there. And shut my glue stick. Okay, so take my paper towel. Use it to kind of rub things down. Just a little, because I don't know if there's any glue that got over on the edges. You do want to be careful so you don't damage your images. This is where I'm going to take my scissors and trim the edges where things are hanging over. So what I do is I go to the page behind and I just snip it right along the line. And I am using the Tim Holtz scissors. The thing about them is if you take anything that is sticky off of them rather quickly, it won't damage them in any way. These are some fantastic scissors. I love them. Okay. And then this goes over a bit up here, so I'm just going to do that, which I don't know how that page got so wonky, but okay. Put that there. Put my lid back on. Before I outline anything, I'm going to tell you this. Like I said, you could have just left this completely off and had it look like this. Just this page here. We'll fold it back here, and that's what it would look like. For me, which I do that sometimes. However, for this particular technique, I wanted this to be here. It still looks like a whole page, but it's almost like there's a secret hidden page when you open this. However, this will be, let's just say hypothetically, this will be today's page, and then in here will be tomorrow's page, and then whenever you flip over, this will be the next day, like the day after tomorrow's page. It's just something different and unique to put in your journals, and again, it adds interest, and it's pretty simple. You know, you don't have to do the zigzag. You can do a straight line, or you can freehand whatnot. Do whatever you want to do, and just have fun with it. That's the whole purpose to me of an art journal, is just to have fun. So, all right, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna outline all my images with my black Posca paint, just to help them stand out a bit better. Another thing about these washi tapes that I make, they do allow you to go over them with a paint pen quite easily, and they do leave it there. With a lot of the Dylusions washi tapes, I noticed they got like a shiny sheen to them. They don't exactly like to take paint as easy. That is the one thing I can say is a downfall for them. But they're still lovely. I love the images. That's just how it is. Ooh, I went over. No biggie. Trying to be in a hurry. Okay. And for these, same thing. I'm going to go over everything, even the images that are on top, so that way the hat stands out from the body even more. You can see it kind of goes over her shirt here. Oh goodness, I keep getting wonky, but it's all right. And now you see, by outlining them over here, these are there, these really pop out even more by just taking your black paint pen and outlining them. It's actually really nice and makes them look like they belong to the page. Let's do the hat. Move over here, do her little hat really quick. You can be as careful or whatnot as you want to with this. For me, it does not bother me, because I'm not doing like works of art that's going to hang in some art gallery or whatnot. These are simply for me and my littles to enjoy. Okay, like that. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go right along the edge of the washies here as well, like I did there. And do the same thing on this side. Okay, and there you have it. Whenever I'm ready to write about this page or this day or whatnot, like I said, I'll probably go in and just write over here real small, or I'll, you know, go across the page and like that. It'll work out either which way. I hope I showed you something different, and like I said, it's just to have fun. And with the washies, I wanted to show you how I usually use them, and this is how I usually use them, or I turn them into borders as well. I'll put one on each side of the page, or top and bottom, whatnot. So that's the video for the day. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like. And if you haven't yet, subscribe, because there will be more. And the majority of them right now are probably going to be my day-by-day journals, because this is what I have the most time for right now. Being a business owner, we try to run a business, and I'm trying to do this for not only to share what I know with you guys, but to make videos for my littles to look back on, like, way later in life when I die. I have no other way to put it. But, alright. Well, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Hope you stay safe, stay warm, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.